Where that storm cell is right now. It's just to the north of Sand Springs. It has crossed over Highway 412. We've gotten confirmed reports of that. It is moving east, kind of south. Chasers are reporting a half-mile wide on this tornado right now. And now we have a tornado warning that has been extended until around 6 o'clock, 6:15 actually, till 6:15 tonight, reporting an 1.5 inch diameter hail. So we are talking about walnut-sized hail within this storm cell, but a confirmed report of an extremely dangerous tornado is located near Sand Springs, moving now to the east at 45 miles an hour. So this storm cell is now picking up a little bit in its forward speed. So the communities and areas that would be impacted by this tornado that's traveling to the east about 45 miles an hour within the next, potentially, we're talking about 15-20 minutes or so because of how quickly it's picking up in speed. Tulsa Metro would be hit here potentially within the next 10, maybe even 15 to 20 minutes or so.
All non-essential employees take cover.
All right, so we have our crew here at the station that is being asked to go into their storm shelter here at the station due to the situation that is developing here across eastern Oklahoma and the Tulsa Metro right now. And because we have only a matter of minutes, we're looking at all of our non-essential personnel leaving, but our studio crews, and we will continue to remain on the air as this tornado moves in our direction. It is picking up in speed east at about 45 miles an hour. Confirmed report of a tornado has now crossed over Highway 412. This storm is heading in our direction, moving towards the Tulsa Metro. So we are talking about the impact here within just the next 15 to maybe 20 minutes or so. Mike, do you have any updates on your end?
Yeah, we can't stress how dangerous of a situation this is because we have had reports right now of a tornado on the ground just west of KTUL studios. It's just north, or I should say we had a tornado on the ground in the Westport. It's actually continues to move east. Here's that inflow notch as we continue to see towards Highway 97. Let's take a look back outside. This is our live First Alert City Cam, and you can see the deck on the lower left. This is our City Cam. So here's the wall cloud, and here is the actual tornado that has been on the ground. So you can see the very heavy rainfall obscuring the actual tornado on the ground just a little bit. Let me step out of the way. And that is a pretty significantly wide tornado if it's still in fact on the ground. A little hard to see from this vantage point, but that's what we have storm chasers for that are reporting that tornado still on the ground, and this will continue to cycle. So this is the area of rotation at the surface. This is the tornado, and as it gets closer, we'll be able to find or see that very clearly. Here's the actual base of it, the actual wall cloud. So that is spinning quite rapidly. You can see the rotation with this cell, and this is making its way a little closer to the station now, and that's why we're having our non-essential employees take cover immediately, so that way we got to keep some folks on here to keep on air to keep you safe. So this is getting closer to KTUL studios. Here it is right here. I don't see anything on the ground right now because here's the actual wall cloud. So I don't see any tornado on the ground as we speak, but that does not make it any more safe as this makes its way to the east. Could form a tornado once again at any point in time. As this gets a little closer to the metro region, this is a very dangerous situation. You need to take cover immediately. If you live in Tulsa, downtown Tulsa, to the west towards Berry Hill, and also the Manford areas, in Prattville as well. Make sure you are in your tornado shelter. Jennifer? As
we take a look at HD Max 8000 right now, Mike, we can show you the area of concern. We've gone down to street level, so the folks will know exactly where we need to seek shelter immediately. Along at least 21st Street, around Edison Street, Gilcrease Expressway. So if the Gilcrease Museum area being impacted by this, the storm is passing over Highway 412, Sand Springs. The main core of this tornado right now is situated just to the north and north of Highway 412. So it's traveling in an easterly direction, picking up forward speed at about 40-45 miles an hour. Now, while it seems to be a little less organized right now, there are still reports that a tornado is still moving through the Sand Springs area, and we have reports up to about 1 inch and a maybe 3/4 inch diameter hail. So talking about golf ball size hail. Severe thunderstorm warning has also been issued now and is extended out further until around 6:30 tonight for Creek, Osage, Pawnee, Rogers, Tulsa, Washington counties. So that threat still remains that we will have severe thunderstorm activity within the next half hour to hour or so, but the tornado warning still remains in effect for eastern Oklahoma and for the Tulsa metro here until 6 o'clock tonight. So we're looking at a dangerous situation. Tornado being confirmed and reported near the Sand Springs area, moving east at 45 miles an hour. We have our chasers on the ground showing very heavy rainfall across the region right now. And as we show you a live look from one of our chasers, this is John LaJoy, who's been tracking this storm cell as it's been moving across the region along Highway 412, crossing over 412. You can see the rain coming down steady and heavy, up to about tennis ball sized hail being reported in some locations. Now getting reports up to about golf ball sized hail. You can kind of see the horizon. So as the sun continues to set across the area, barely making out a little bit of the cloud cover and where the sky is meeting the ground right now, but not looking at any rotation within this vantage point right now from our live view as he is traveling along Highway 412. He's going eastbound right now, so he's kind of moving away from the storm as we continue to keep tracking it. But you can see how intense the storm cell is with that picture down below right now, and you can see the intensity of the storm cell as it moves in our direction. Any more updates coming in here? Still an extremely dangerous situation near the Tulsa metro. Seems to be slowing down slightly in its forward speed. Once again, Mike, we're looking at it moving at the east at about 40 miles an hour. So as we take a live look, I'm not sure who we have on the phone with us right now. Do we have anybody that get a report from?
Jennifer, can you hear me? Well,
yes, I can.
Right now here, I'm on the deck, and you can see behind me, we've got good inflow into the cell. Here's the actual wall cloud right behind me. This thing is spinning very, very rapidly. This is the area of rotation that we have been watching. And you can see the inflow. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone. Winds are very strong, blowing into the storm. This storm is rapidly still rotating. Very intense thunderstorm. Matter of fact, if Dre, you want to pan over here real quick? This is downtown Tulsa that you see here. And the wall cloud is, I would say, about 12 miles to the west of downtown Tulsa. And that continues to move to the east. So this is still very good inflow into the cell, as it is still rotating rapidly. Jennifer, very intense looking development here as we've been watching this wall cloud get closer to the station. Very dangerous situation with that strong rotation still ongoing. Good inflow coming in right into the cell right here. I don't see anything on the ground right now, but I do see a very intense wall cloud with very intense rotation. So this is a very dangerous situation, Jennifer. Tornado sirens are sounding across the metro region. You can hear it. So back inside to you as I keep an eye on it here on the deck.
Okay, I'm getting some reports in from one of our storm chasers, Mike Scantlin. Keep on these pictures right now just because we can show you what the storms are looking like outside as this wall cloud and tornado continue to move into the Tulsa metro. Live look at HD Max 8000. We're now getting reports along Highway 412 of some tornado damage, even on 412, a rollover of a semi-truck in that area, along with multiple trees down. Other reports coming in from John LaJoy, one of our storm chasers. So again, we have multiple reports now of some tornado damage, trees down, semi being turned over because of the strong winds from this tornado. Again, we had reports of maybe the base of this tornado up to about a half a mile wide as it was crossing over Highway 412. The concern that we have during this time of the day, even though it is daylight hours, that a lot of this is wrapped up in the rain. The rain is coming down at such a heavy rate that it's going to continue to cause some serious impact across the area. But as we pan the skies right now across up here at this Tulsa's Channel 8, we have an incredible view from Lookout Mountain. You can see just how dark and ominous the skies are right now. More updates coming in right now showing more damage along road signs now along Highway 177 west along 412. So we have obviously a number of reports of a semi being rolled over, tornado damage within some trees. Nothing significant as far as any other major concerns right now as far as any other damage, but obviously more reports will continue to keep coming into us. As we take a live look right now from our storm chaser, this is from John LaJoy, who is showing us that we have, again, an incredible view of this storm as it's developing and continues to move in an easterly direction, slowing down once again in its forward speed east about 40 miles an hour. So that is allowing the rotation, the development of the storm to continue to keep moving and spreading in our direction. As we take a live look at HD Max 8000, once again, Tulsa Metro, I'm going to zoom in to give you a better vantage point as to where this cell is now. The leading edge of this is beginning to cross over at least around Edison Street, 25th West Avenue, Again, all our non-essential personnel has gone into a storm shelter, and we are staying on the air to provide you this information. Getting ready to cross over Southwest Boulevard, and then as we look back to the north of Highway 412, this tornado has kind of waffled back and forth along Highway 412, but it's moving in our direction. Mike, do you have another update?
Yeah, we're still seeing very strong rotation with this cell, Jennifer. As you can see just behind me, this is the actual, we have the wall cloud here. We've just saw a little funnel try to develop just a few minutes ago within this wall cloud, and this is still rapidly rotating very violently here. I don't see any tornado on the ground just yet, but I mean, look, downtown Tulsa, the hail core is just being hit, or at least downtown Tulsa is being hit by that hail core. So this area of strong rotation, and now, as we were saying earlier, would move a little further to the south and to the east, and that's the case. And we could get another formation of a tornado at any point in time. Right now, we don't have anything on the ground. However, I do see very strong rotation here at the surface. And we see these updrafts here. We could potentially see a funnel or a tornado develop here any minute as this gets a little, the base of this system gets a little closer to our area. Again, violent rotation, tornado could form at any point in time as this gets closer to Tulsa. If you live in downtown Tulsa, to Lookout Mountain, take cover immediately. Back into you, Jennifer.
All right, Mike, come on in and stay safe. As we take a look once again at HD Max 8000, I've zoomed into street level so you can see exactly where the storm cell is right now. Obviously, the wind's picking up as the storm gets closer here to Lookout Mountain, to the Tulsa Channel 8. We're looking at that storm cell just beginning to kind of creep into Southwest Boulevard. It is moving at a very fast rate, about northeast at about 40 miles an hour. So as I pull this back, I want to show you the areas that would be impacted by the storm cell as it continues to travel in an easterly direction here within the next half hour or so. These would be the communities that would be impacted by this storm cell. We are looking at Tulsa, obviously here within just the next 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to see this storm right on top of us. Potential that it has a tornado. Obviously, we've had confirmed reports of this along Highway 412, moving through Prue, Hobbs State Park, and then crossing over the Sand Springs area. So confirmed reports potentially of 1 or 2 tornadoes. The Tulsa Metro is immediately over southwest Tulsa downtown. Indications of a current tornado. Tornado could reform at any time, and that's what we've been saying is that not only maybe dealing with 1 tornado, but maybe even multiple tornadoes continue to keep kind of recycling as these storms continue to keep moving in an easterly direction. So there is the potential that a tornado is heading in our direction here, moving into the Tulsa Metro, and you can see the hook echo, the notch. We're talking about within the next minute or so, that thing's going to be right on top of us. Seek shelter immediately. This is a dangerous situation. This is not something to take lightly. This could be producing obviously some incredible damage across the area. We've had reports of already some damage coming in from a number of our reporters and our chasers. John LaJoy, Fred Williams reporting anywhere from around some tree limb damage and even a semi that's being flipped over along Highway 412. We've had observed reports too as well of hail up to about golf ball size, maybe even tennis ball sized hail. Mike, I know you're back outside again. Tell me what you're seeing right now.
Well, right now we are watching this area of rotation that's right over the city, or right over down, or I should say KTUL studios at this point in time. This is it, and it is, obviously slowed down some. I don't see any tornado on the ground right now. I want to emphasize that, no tornado on the ground. As storm chasers and meteorologists, we are out here, we know what we're doing. We're watching this very closely. At any point in time, we can actually start to see a funnel develop, and eventually we can see that in a tornado. Right now, we are just seeing very strong, low-level rotation. The tornado sirens are going off right now in the city of Tulsa. This is a very dangerous situation. I don't want you to take this lightly. I know I'm out here, but I know what I'm doing. This is what I've studied my whole life for, and this is what we're watching. I can see the hail core going right now over downtown Tulsa, and that hail core is going to produce some potentially large hail, up to maybe even golf ball to baseball size hail as that goes right over downtown Tulsa. So this right here is very rugged at this point in time, but still we're still seeing very strong rotation here at the surface, but it's very rugged, and the winds have calmed some here at Lookout Mountain as this tries to pretty much recycle and try to reform over the city of Tulsa. So this is, again, a very dangerous situation. If you live basically from I-44 north into downtown onto the east, you need to take tornado precautions immediately as this cell is still quite rapidly rotating, Jennifer. Still no signs of any funnel clouds developing here in the last 5 minutes, though.
All right, live look right now from HD Max 8000. We can show you exactly where that storm cell is that Mike has been talking about outside as he's been tracking it from Tulsa's Channel 8 here at Lookout Mountain. Again, we're up at about 900 feet or so, about 932. So we have an incredible vantage point and view of this storm as it's moving through in our elevation. It is right on top of us right now. Now, the core of it, at least where the hook echo is.
Still, do you see that right there? That's more power flashes. Evidently, we have some strong rotation now here closer to the surface. It's jogged just a little more north of KTUL studio. So downtown Tulsa, we have arcing occurring. There it is. There's more power flashes. We might have a tornado that has formed in that area. What do you see right now on Doppler, Jennifer?
Take a look at that. Again, the cell is just right on top of downtown Tulsa. As you take a look, I'm going to show you the street level right now. We're talking about Denver Avenue, Archer Street, right around Highway 244, Highway 75. So we're talking the Brookside, downtown area, Boulder Avenue. There are some of the lightning strikes that are occurring right now in that area, Cincinnati Avenue. So this is Midtown, Brookside, and you're looking at around TU. You're going to be impacted by the storm here within just a matter of minutes, and we're looking at it passing over. Now, the core of it, at least where the hook echo is still taking place, is back to the north. So as I pull the picture back slightly, that is just right along Pine Street. That is where we have the hook echo, and this is the area right now where the rotation is probably more significant and where we could definitely be seeing a tornado developing right around Gilcrease Expressway. So near the Gilcrease Museum, all traveling off to the east. There it is right now, a new update just coming in, and it is passing through the Tulsa downtown area. So we're looking at right along the interstate and the highway. This is bad timing because obviously this is during rush hour and a lot of folks probably being impacted by this around Admiral Boulevard, so Peoria Avenue, around 3rd Street, 11th Street. These are the areas that are being hit by this potentially tornadic storm as it's moving off to the east. We've had reports of tornadoes that have crossed over Highway 412, doing some damage. As you take a look right now, Mike, any more updates from your end?
All right, Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wall cloud now forming once again, at least a little more wrapped up here, just west of Tulsa, or just right near downtown Tulsa. You can see the area of rotation. Look at all the power arcing, the flashes that are going on just north of downtown Tulsa, and that might be due to the strong winds that are on that north side of that storm system causing those power outages. But right now we still have the wall cloud right over downtown Tulsa. So again, this is a very dangerous situation. Matter of fact, I think I'm seeing a funnel begin to develop, Jennifer, near downtown Tulsa. A new funnel cloud trying to develop. Dre, okay, it just went back up into this cloud. I want you to see this strong area, low-level rotation here, Dre. That's where we just saw a funnel develop. So we had a funnel, Jennifer, just a minute ago, develop right over downtown Tulsa. Still great inflow to this cell, great inflow into this storm. So the winds have veered out of our area. So here at Lookout Mountain, we're safe now as the area of strong rotation right now over downtown Tulsa. You know, the Pancake Tower, which is obviously near downtown Tulsa, that is right where that area of rotation, that strong rotation is. And it seems like it's trying to jog a little further to the southeast towards St. John Hospital as that makes its way a little closer to St. John. Still, you know, the rotation here is pretty ragged. It's forming, it's recycling. These tornadoes do this. They cycle up, they cycle down, and they gain strength, then they weaken. And that's what we've seen so far. The inflow is still, I'd say, moderate. If we want to see a tornado, which we don't, obviously, but if there was a tornado forming closer to here at the surface, we need to see stronger inflow winds, stronger winds going into the cell, and we just don't see that right now. So that's why the rotation is mainly in the mid-levels here, just above the surface. But right now, no tornado on the ground here in downtown Tulsa, Jennifer. Still a very dangerous situation as that makes its way over a heavily populated area.
Now, did I hear the sirens just go off? I know that the sirens were wailing. Have they dropped off? I guess, Mike, do you hear me?
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Did the sirens just end? Did you just hear that?
What's that?
Did the sirens just end? I didn't know if they were still going.
The tornado sirens have stopped sounding.
Yes, okay. Just wanted to give you another update. We're getting some more information in here right now that, as you were saying, Mike, the power flashes in the area and circulation obviously passing over the downtown area right now. We've got some new reports coming in from some of the ham operators that there is significant damage in the Sand Springs area, and so the police departments